You need to think about whether that'll be positive for your house price or negative for your house price. But for many people, solar panels can be a good deal.
Is it the right time to buy solar panels? Yes, it absolutely is. These days, however, everyone seems to be talking about solar panels. Constant chatter at work with friends and neighbours, debating whether or not it's the right time to make a major purchase based on potential return, the purchase's aesthetic value, and other limiting and gaining factors.
Listen, you're not making me feel any better.
But with all this to take into consideration, shouldn't we all just wait until technology gets better and panels become more powerful? Just how much better can we expect solar panels to get? Solar panels have been around for a while. Take a guess at their inception year. The first working solar panel was created by American inventor Charles Fritz in 1883. It had a whopping efficiency of 1%. However, from similar seedlings, mature trees can grow. In 1956, a 1-watt solar cell goes into commercial production at a price of $300. After wind, solar photovoltaics, PV, have the potential to meet 1/4 of global electricity demands by mid-century, including industrial, commercial, and consumer. But let's zero in on the end user, aka those hideous sandwiches that are lumped onto rooftops and lawns of the affluent. The adoption of rooftop solar PV systems has accelerated as a result of policies that encourage their use, such as financial incentives and unique tariff rates. Don't forget to please follow this channel and comment down below. I love to hear what you guys have to say. Can they be good-looking sandwiches? The more eagle-eyed of you would have probably noticed that there are seemingly lots of types of solar panels. However, they mainly consist of 3 main categories for the consumer market, and these are as follows: monocrystalline, black; polycrystalline, blue; and number 3, thin-filmed, black and predictably more flexible. Among these, monocrystalline solar panels are widely acknowledged as the most efficient option for most homeowners, with a typical efficiency range of 15 to 24%, although some studies have reached nearly 40% in ideal circumstances. Solar panels are becoming increasingly popular in commercial ground-mounted applications. This is in part due to the fact that they can be made to be bifacial, in which case the back of the cells is exposed and can welcome more light. This, in theory, could add an additional 6% power, not to be sniffed at. However, at this stage I've only heard about 2% gain, so hardly a massive incentive at this stage, but of course this will likely improve. Polycrystalline panel efficiency ratings will typically range between 15 to 17%. The poorer efficiency ratings can be traced to the solar cell's electron transport mechanism. Because polycrystalline cells contain multiple silicon cells, the electrons cannot move about as easily and as a result decrease the efficiency of the panel. Even less efficiency ratings characterize thin film solar panels. Thin film efficiencies were in the single digits just a few years ago, even though researchers have recently maintained an efficiency of 23.4% with these thin filmed cell prototypes. This is hard to say, this stuff. After many years of research and development, some industry leaders are betting on wafer-based crystalline silicon, or CSI. They say that this technology is mature and that the ability to make CSI modules on a large scale is in place. For these reasons, CSI will rule the market for solar energy for the next few decades and maybe even longer. Also, if the industry can cut its reliance on silver for electrical contacts by a large amount, there are enough materials for CSI PV generation to support growth to terawatt scale. But CSI technologies do have some technical problems, limitations. Most notably that they are hard to make and don't absorb much light, as they require a thicker silicon wafer layer. Glass enclosed CSI modules are more rigid and heavier because of this, which adds to the higher base cost. But what about the beautiful thin filmed panels? Surely they are begging for development. Unfortunately, some commercial thin film technologies are based on scarce elements, which makes it unlikely that they'll be able to reach terawatt scale deployment at a reasonable cost. Okay, so hang on. I've mentioned terawatt scale twice now. So what is it and why is it important? Well, global installed solar photovoltaic capacity exceeded 500 gigawatts at the end of 2018. And an estimated additional 500 gigawatts of PV capacity is projected to be installed by the end of 2023, bringing us into the era of terawatt scale PV. Solar panels are made from a few types of easy to find materials from the earth. Most solar panels still have a series of silicon crystalline cells between the front glass plate and a back sheet made of polymer plastic. These cells are held together by an aluminium frame. Silicon, which makes up about 20% of the cost, is the most expensive part of these cells. Solar panels continue to perform better over time and scale. The more solar panels there are, the more the cost goes down as a result. The National Renewable Energy Laboratory says that the price of photovoltaic systems for a home has gone down by 64% in the last 10 years. So taking all of this into account, what will the next 10 years look like for domestic PV cells? Better concentration of traditional panels. Simple one this, up the wattage within each cell, right? Already 500 watt cells have been announced, so in theory 600 watt cells won't be far behind. When there is more money in an industry, it changes quite quickly, but the efficiency really needs to get better. The best efficiency numbers I've heard is almost 40%, but that was in lab conditions and panels weren't ready for mass production. So these numbers could mean anything. In other words, I don't think this is true. In fact, I would guarantee you speak to any homeowner with solar panels and they never get the actual rated results with their panels. Many people think that Perovskites will be the platform for the next generation of solar cells. Perovskites are easy to make and are seen as the future of solar cells because of their genetics, if you will. They show that they have a lot of potential for high performance and low production costs. Passivated emitter and rear cell solar panels, PERC. These panels have more efficient cells. The panels made with PERC can turn sunlight into electricity more easily. PERC's ability to work well in low light and high temperatures are two of its most important qualities. With PERC technology, the same amount of energy can be made with fewer cells. Fewer panels lower the cost of installation and give you more options as to where you put them, which is important for domestic rooftop installations. Transparent or solar skins or print to order cells. Transparent and paper-thin technology could allow electricity to be generated from windows and other discrete in-house non-direct lit objects. One technology in particular, the manufacturer of solar skins, is testing the technology at the United States National Renewable Energy Laboratory to increase its efficiency. Solar thin film skins maintain high efficiency due to the selective light filtration advancements. The sunlight falling on solar skins is filtered to reach the cells beneath it. As a result, it simultaneously displays the custom image and provides solar energy. These printable cells are lower efficiency, yes, but these would be more usable to allow conversion of items within the household, or you could charge your laptop quickly and efficiently without plugging into the grid. These imprintable custom images embedded into solar panels can exactly match the grassy lawns or rooftops of your home. Solar skin panels can also be beneficial for businesses or government offices. This can be custom to display business logos, business advertising, a country's flag and so on. So I can imagine Etsy sellers going nuts for these. Also, if these solar skins were to be used externally, like the ones on top of roofs, they would utilize rail-less tracking systems, sit lower, even on the tile, have a sleeker finish and would hide metal components, giving the panels a super cool look. These are the alternatives to expensive tile-based systems. Also, these could lead to wider adoption. Think about it. If panel aesthetics stops you from going solar, these solar skins might be the solution you're looking for. REC Alpha panels. REC produces long-lasting and high-performance solar panels with reliable power output. REC combines the benefits of monocrystalline silicon solar cells with those of thin-filmed technologies for much higher efficiency and energy yield, even at higher temperatures. We predict that printable solar skins will be the way to go. Due to the early adopters who are always ready to jump on new technology, already having panels, these will be needing to be replaced, as most of them have a 20 to 30 year life cycle. So these panels will be cheaper and more efficient. We predict 1000 kilowatt printable panels or 1 meter squared. With this advancement, it means that all roofs will be rife for conversion. All inside applications could be integrated with solar skins too, as low-light skins will be more efficient. Due to the flexible nature of these panels and the subsequent higher yield, we predict that electric vehicle glass roofs will be covered in panels. There are already solar cars out there. The Sono Scion, for instance, already has 1.2 kilowatts worth of panels integrated into the bodywork, giving it on average 112 kilometers and up to 245 kilometers per week. We will expect the equivalent in 20 years' time to be towards the 60% mark and offer an average of 400 kilometers of charging in a typical summer week. Solar panels are changing so rapidly, and soon those who have panels will be fully integrated into their day-to-day, all being controlled with your own technology. But what do you think? Is there anything I might have forgotten? Let me know down in the comments. I love to hear what you have to say.